Okay. So the next program is, so write a program to print, so 1 to 100 random integer numbers. So how can you print random integer numbers in 1 to 100? So let's write that. So I want to write same method, but without parameters. Okay. So that's what I'm doing here. So no parameters here. I'll do without parameters. So let's do without parameters. So protected is pending, right? Protected, static. So I want integer number. Okay. I want integer. So integer random numbers I want. Get random numbers. See, the method naming conventions I am following all the places. See, first word all lowercase. Second word onwards, each word first letter in cap letter. First letter in cap letter. Each second word onwards, each word first letter cap letter. Here also get first word all lowercase. Second word onwards, R capital, N capital. Consecutive numbers, consecutive words, first letter is in lowercase, uppercase first letter. So now I need to generate the random numbers. How can you generate the random numbers? So let's see. So how can we generate these random numbers? So I want 1 to 100 random numbers. So it can be anything, right? Every time you run the program, you should get a new number. So that's a random number means. So to generate the random numbers, right, to generate the random numbers, you can use, so math class random method you can use. But this random method will return double data type. But we want integer, right? How can you get that? So you need to conversion, type conversion you have to do. That's a typecasting, we call that. So typecasting, we call that. So we are going to do a typecasting. So how to do a typecasting, I'll show you here. So, but this is the static method, static return type method. So it returns the value. So always static method you can call class name dot static method. Yesterday also I discussed, again repeating the same thing. So how to call other class static method here is that class name dot static method. So this random method static class is math class. So math class has a lot of methods to do a mathematical operations. It will help you. So math class. So that math class I can use that. So first I'll get a random double value. So if you do math dot see random, it returns a double data. But I don't want double data, right? I want integer. But it generates a random method will generate, see here, 0 to 1, a double value it will generate. But I don't want 0 to 1, right? I want in 1 to 100 I want. So what I'm going to do, I'll multiply with 100. So even though if you multiply 100, you won't get a integers. You will get a double values. But what I'm going to do here is I will typecast it. Int, so random number equal to, I'm going to typecast this. Now this entire thing is giving a double data. But I want left side integer number. So right side double data is there, left side integer number is there. So it's a type mismatch error, right? So you can see a type mismatch error. Type mismatch cannot convert from double to integer. So what you need to do, you have to typecast it. How to do a typecasting? So right side variable before, put a, so this expression in convert into integer. This entire thing, this double value I'm converting into integer format. So left side integer, right side also my double value I'm converting into integer format. So this is called type conversion or explicit conversion, typecasting we call that. Then return the this value. Guess this value. So every time I'm returning and storing here, and that value I'm returning. So your method will return for you every time the random number. So this is all 4 types of methods. 2 void methods, 2 return type methods. These are 4 types only. So you can create any of these 4 types static methods. Okay, I have created 4 types of static methods. How can you call them in the same class? In the same class. Here we have a very nice documentation, and it's a wonderful documentation. It's with the formulas I have given. Please go through this, and so you need to practice more number of times, then only you can remember them. So go to methods, and you can see that static methods below, you have just formulas. So first scenario 1, see that scenario 1. If you want, I will highlight this line. How to call static members in the same class under main method or any other method. So one static method inside another static method you can call directly in the same class, directly with the method name. So that's what here you can see. How can you call static void method under main method or any other static method in the same class? So what do you need to do? Just where you want to call that method inside, just call the static method name, that void method name. That's it. So now this is the formulas I'm going to follow now. So I'm calling all these methods in the same class under main method. This is also static method. So above all are static methods. I'm calling under static method. So directly I can call in the same class. So formula, question, scenario name, and what is the answer? Answer is just to call the static method. So void method, void. So this is my void method. I can call directly. So this is the one. See, just a static method name I called. So now we explore this. See, 15 is the bigger number out of this SH. So that is the one. Next. How can you call static void parameterized method under main method in the same class? What is the answer? That static method name and parameter 1 value and parameter 2 value. Just pass the parameter values. Just write the formula and answer. So starting with the parameterized method, what is void with the parameterized method? This one. So I will call this directly method name and I'll pass the parameters. See this method name. I need to call answer, follow the answer. Static method name. So this is the parameterized static method name. I need to give a value. And I need to give b value also integer type. See, this is the how to pass the arguments for your parameters. Calling time. Method. This is the method invocation. This is called method invocation. You created a definition here. This is the method definition you created. And you are calling that. This is the method body, the method definition. This method, what it has to do, you are writing this logic. This is the method definition. And this is the method definition. This is the logic you build inside the method body. And you are calling to execute that method. You need to call the method name. You need to call the method name. So I called it. Let's execute this. run as Java. See, first you entered 35A value, it went to B. So B value 65, it came to A. So swap, right? So that's the how to swap two integers. Now, so next method. How can you call return type static method under main method? What is the answer? Data type of the method. If the return type means the method is giving output to you. So that this method is giving output, that value I'm storing in a variable. This variable data type, how do you know? The method tells you, method name before the return type will be there. That data type you write here. The method, what type of data it is reading, that data type you write here. Then some variable you put, local variable. And this method output, you're storing in this variable. Then you can print it. So all return type methods, you must follow this syntax. You must follow this syntax. Every return type. See, so void methods, you don't need to return it because it doesn't return any value. That's why I'm writing directly with the method name, because they won't return. They won't return any value. Sir, when you execute, they are returning the value, but you are saying they're not returning. Those are print statements. Print statement means that's not returning. Void, if you mention, that method never return a value to you. You cannot use this method output anywhere else. Once this line is over, all these values will be erased from the memory. That's what this void methods means. Return type methods, they will return a value. So they will return a value for you. You can use that output, this method output anywhere else. So let's call the return type methods. So very, very important formula, this one. You will use multiple places this formulas, all these formulas. So you have to practice these things every day and say, write and read, write and read, write and read. Then it's going to be very, very easy for you coding. If you're not doing that, this thing, and it's very, very difficult. So you have to stretch every day this thing. And this is the crucial topic for the entire Java. For the entire Java, entire automation. This is the only topic, 100% used topic in the automation in other topics also. Everywhere this topic, this scenarios, you will use. Everywhere you will use these scenarios. Because you have methods, you want to call them. In the same class, I'm showing now one scenario. We have a lot of scenarios. I'll tell you all of them. We're practicing one by one. Now, I want to call this return type method. Suppose I want to call this return type method. So this return, say, what is the return type of this? Integer. So let's put integer. So this place, I'm putting integer. Because method return type I am writing. Then we are returning sum of 100 equal to, and return type is sum of 100 natural numbers I am giving. That's it. See, sum of 100 natural numbers output will store in this variable. So sum of 100 natural numbers. Just some 100 you can give. Because the output method output, you are assigning, this assignment operator will copy here. That I'm printing. See this. See, 5050 is the 100 numbers sum. If you want to do manually, how much time it will take? A lot of time, right? See, simply the logic is created that. This logic calculated that. Same you do with the for loop, this one, okay? That's exercise for it. Okay. Now, so return type, variable name equal to return type static method. This method is a return type, not void method. Next. So You can call return type methods in the print statement also. Instead of storing here, right? Instead of storing in a variable left side, you can directly print in the print statement because that method returns output to you. You can print in the print statement. So how can you do that? So this is the one. How to call return type method in the print statement. See this. All these are formulas. Very, very important formulas. So random number is random integer value is just see my readable statement in double quotes plus return type static method. I am calling return type static. What is that? Get a random number, right? See, when you just write one word or something, one letter, control space bar you press, automatically the methods will list out with that keyword, whatever you written. See, get random number. You don't need to write everything. So you might make a mistakes or you copy it. See, I called the method return type method in the print statement also. Or you can follow this format return type methods. Anything is fine. You just want to print, use this format. No, you want to store the method output in one variable and later you want to use that variable in multiple times. Then best approach is this one. Or you just want to print the method output. Then this is the best approach. So both I am showing you. See this? 7 this time. Run one more time. You will get a different number, 16. Run different one more time. Say 92. So 1 to 100 only you will get these random numbers. Okay. So all the same class, how to call the different type of methods, void methods, void with parameter, return type parameter, return type without parameter, how to call and how to store I have shown you. So now let's go next to last scenario. See that. How can you access static variables in the same class under any static or non-static, any method inside? Same class you have static variables. See, these are the static variables, right? How can you call them in the same class, any method? See, I called this directly, right? See, I called directly here. So this variable, static variable, I call directly in the method, static method. Any static method, you can call these static variables. See, we declared once and you can reuse that variable n number of times. Now I'm going to reuse now. See that. So how to call variables I'm showing. Directly you can call the static variable. That's the answer. So now I want an output, double output. See, I'm going to use I plus F plus L. These are the static variables. I call directly. So directly call the static variables. So directly I'm calling the static variables. Then I stored in a local variable. So my local variable is output. The output data type is a double data type. So sum of I comma F comma L is plus output. So any variable you store this, all this output, right side output, you're assigning to this variable. So 113.5. So that's the how you can use all the scenarios. Same class I have shown you. So any questions before moving on to the this all these methods I want to call in another class of same package. So let's call now. Now second scenario, how can you call one class static members in another class of same package? So call static members in another class, same package. So see this class, static members class, both are in same package. Which package? Method programs package. Now which one you can access, which one you cannot access from this class? Can somebody tell this? So now here in this 4 variables, which one you can access in this class? So from this class, which one you can access in this class, which one you cannot access out of these 4 variables? Bhavya, I want your answer. Okay, so I think your voice is some problem, right? Or it is rectified. Still facing same issue? I think, yeah, we are facing still some problem with your mic. Okay. We cannot hear you. Again, access modifier plays a major role here. So, yes, you cannot access in outside the class because it is a private. It is a private. You cannot access that. Okay. Yes, you cannot access. Remaining all variables you can access outside the class. Okay, let's call first. So scenario 2. So scenario 2. How can you call one class static members in another class of same package? See, first one. How can you access one class static variable in another class? So what is the answer? Class name dot static variable. So I am following this syntax. First variable only I am calling. So I'm calling this class. So that class name. So put that class name here. Class name dot. I'm calling the variable. See which variables you can access. It is listing out in the panel. F you can access. I you can access. Long you can access. I'm accessing long. But this is the value. Either you print it and use in some calculation. So this you are getting the value, L value you are getting here. You don't need to declare again and you are reusing from other class. So you are getting the value directly, 100 you are getting, but 100 directly you cannot declare in the programming, right? So either you print it or store in some other variable, but I want to print it. So I'm printing. So this class static variable L is that's it. If you want, let me show you one more. Float. So result equal to class name dot F multiply by 5. See, F I am calling. F I didn't declare here, right? L also I didn't declare here. I'm calling from this class. So anywhere, remember, any class static members, how can you call in another classes? Class name dot static variable. So that's what I'm doing here also. See, I'm just F value. So whatever the F value you're getting, that F value I'm multiplying with 5. Okay, so that's one variables. I am just showing how to call. Next, how can you call one class static void method in another class? So void method without parameters. Let's see how can you call this. So we need to find out what is the static void method without parameters. This is one. Static void method without parameters. Can I call this? Because this is a private. Private I cannot call. See that if I call, it will complain. So what is that method name? You try to call, it will throw compile time error for you. Guess it says it cannot be visible. See that compile time error. The method find bigger number from the type static members demo is not visible. Why it's not visible? Because it is declared as a private. That's why it is not visible. Now, if you want to make it visible, you should not declare that as a private. So I'm declaring as I'm changing the visibility. I'm changing from private to public. So now see, now it is visible. Once I change public, now this is visible. Public is accessible everywhere. So that's the thing. So that's I covered again. One more logic access modifiers also I'm covering it here. Next. So how can you call static void parameterized method? So the class name is this class static method I am calling class name dot answer. You see that class name. The class name is static member demo class method I am calling. That's why that class name dot. So swap two integers. That is also done. See, so that's also done. See, you didn't write these logics. It is declared and defined in another class, and you're reusing them. That's a method's main purpose is reusability. Same logic you can reuse, just calling the methods. So that's the reusability. And how to call return type methods. So the return type methods you can call same procedure again, data type of the method. That is, we know already it's returning integer random equal to the class name. The class name is this one. This is the class name dot get random numbers. And I can print that value if you want. Random number is plus, so random number. So 21 is the random number. So next, how can you call return type? So static method in the print statement. So here, I want to call that 200 numbers natural numbers sum. 200 natural numbers sum. Plus, so get sum up. Directly cannot call, right? What is the formula? Class name. So I see. If you follow the formula, it's very easy. So dot, automatically it will list out. You don't need to struggle also. Sum of natural numbers. So that is 200 you can give. So that's it. So 200 numbers, natural numbers, so sum you will get automatic. See, this is the 200 numbers, natural numbers sum. Okay, so I have shown you all the variables, methods of other class, how to call in the same package. Now the scenario is one package class static members. How can you call in another package class? So if you want to call one package class static members in another class, first you have to do import. So this import will come only when you are calling other package classes in the current package. In different package, basically different package you want to call, first that package you import. So import package name dot class name, where these import statements will come just above the class name, just above the class name. I'll create a new class in the variable types package, call static members in another package. So another package, see this. So how can you access one class static variable in another package class? Okay. So see, I want to call this. So this method programs class static members in variable type package class. So you take that class first. First take the class. So class dot. So variable only see L is visible, nothing else. Other variables are not visible because they have less permissions, because of private, default, protected, not visible in another package. So only L is public. That's why L is visible. So I can print this L value. Static members demo class. See, automatically import is added in the above package, below the package. This is the placement for the import statements. You cannot add, import statements anywhere else. Only above the class, below the package. Static member demo class, L variable. That's it. See, now you can call L value 100, right? Same way, how can you call void method? Void without parameters. So class name dot static method. So which is that static method? Find bigger number is the void method. See, I can call because that is a public. That's why you can call it directly. So 15. Same way, parameterized method also you can call because that is also public. So you don't have any problem with public methods, public variables. In another package also you can call them. Only problem is with the default, protected and private. They have less permissions. So class name dot parameterized void method I am calling. Swap. See, I can give 100, 300, so whatever you want. So you just need to swap, that's it. So it's a void methods. They won't return any value. This is a print statement is not a void method. Just printing to your console output, but it's not going to return. Now, so we need to call return type methods. So you need to do all this practice one by one every day. Tomorrow onwards, every day you have to write these formulas and other things. Selfie video also you need to do that. Tasks. I'll put all the tasks and all the tasks you have to finish. I'll give you one person, you explain to that in India. Okay. So that's what you need to do that. Because if you are not doing this, and this is going to be a bigger problem. This is going to be a bigger problem. Okay. Now, data type of the method, because this method is a default. So you cannot call default method in another package. So if I try to call, what will happen? You see this. If you try to call, what will happen? You see that. It won't be visible, first of all. See, I'm just declaring int sum of 50 equal to class name dot. See, in the panel, it is not listed out. Why? Because they have a default access modifier. Default is within that package only, not outside the package classes. So that's why it is not visible here. So to make it visible, I'll change that permission to, so let's go and change the permission to public. Then it is going to be visible. I change it now. See, now remove the dot one more time. See, now sum of, so it is visible now. That's the thing. All access modifiers also I'm covering again. And sum of 50 natural numbers. Yeah. So done. See, that's the value, 50 numbers. And last method is how to call return type method in the print statement. So just need to call SYSO control spacebar. That's a shortcut for the print statement in Eclipse. So you have to show random number. So this is also not visible because it has a protected. Protected cannot be accessible directly. So because we didn't apply inheritance, right? So if you don't apply inheritance, protected is not accessible in another package classes. If you want to make it visible, so you have to do one way is either change the permission from protected to public, or you extend that class to this class. So because I still you don't know inheritance, that's why I'll just change that permission to public. Public instead of protected, I'm making to public, so that it is visible here now. So and get random number. See, all the methods, all type of methods, all 4 types of methods I have created and I have shown you how to call them. This is the only topic, highly used topic. So every day you read these formulas and practice, right? Some methods and practice, right? Some methods, all 3 scenarios you practice. So that's it. And we have